welcome to the studio. So a lot of people have asked, with the rebranding and kind of just reformation of our space and our tribe, what's different and the whys behind what's different. So the biggest difference is that we have 3 buckets of classes, and in each bucket there's intention and purpose and different class types and formats for each bucket. So the first one I'm going to talk about is our Breathe bucket. And those classes that settle inside that Breathe bucket are way more intentional, a lot more slowing down, tuning in, and oftentimes doing the hardest practice of slowing down, right? And we're in this hamster wheel of go, do more, be more to this, be more to everybody and everything. And a lot of times we are not on that list personally. So our Breathe buckets focus on bringing that attention back into self-care and giving you a space and a format or a container in which we can start to practice that self-care. So hopefully it starts to build and spills out into other areas or aspects of our lives, and not just what happens when you come in here. So in the Breathe bucket of classes, we have classes like our yoga classes, which is more of a classical yoga class that includes pranayama or breath work. It includes meditation, slower movement, lots of whys, and some theory talk sometimes as well. It's really you never know what you're going to get until you show up, because I, who am currently the teacher for our yoga classes, really base that off of who shows up and the energy and intention that happens in the room. It's available for all levels. And then the other type of class that we offer in that Breathe bucket are meditation classes. It's one of our newer offerings and will pop up on the schedule kind of irregularly at first until we figure out really our rhythm and flow with the timing, the sequencing, and getting people interested in it. However, meditation is like super buzzy right now, right? And we think that meditation is the answer to everything, which I think that's not wrong. But I want to be really purposeful in how we approach and start to integrate meditation into our daily kind of practice and into this creating patterns and habits that really uplift and serve you from the inside out. One of the classes that are included in our bucket of Breathe, of that intentional slowing down, is called our Restore class. So this is, again, accessible for all levels. I think sometimes the hardest class for anybody to take, and without a doubt, the most important class and the class that we all need to take. So it's more ground-based, not a lot of movement, lots of stretching, lots of breathing, and we use just some lacrosse balls with their hard rubber balls, and we use those to apply pressure into different parts of the body to help release myofascial tension and tightness. And then what that does, once we start to release the fascia, which is like a web of connective tissue in our body, once we start to release there, the muscles have a little more space to breathe, blood can flow a little more freely, and nerve responses and signals travel a little more uninhibited. So this class, super, super important for every single body. And if internally you're like a super fit person and you're like, oh, I don't need that class, believe me, you do. Lots of focus on breath, lots of getting grounded and centered. It's an awesome class, one of my favorite classes we offer.